everyone, my name is Kate, and we're going to go over Unit 1-1 points, lines, and planes today. So to start off, we're going to go over our vocabulary. So we have a point. A point is a location that has neither shape nor size. A line is made up of points and has no thickness or width, and there's exactly one line through any 2 points. And then a plane is a flat surface made up of points that extends infinitely in all directions. There's exactly one plane through any 3 points that are not on the same line. Collinear points are points that lie on the same line. Coplanar points are points that lie in the same plane. An intersection is a set of points that 2 or more geometric figures have in common. Space is a boundless 3-dimensional set of all points, and it can contain lines and planes. Okay, so a point is named by a capital letter, and our example here is point A, so we have a capital A with our point. A line is named by the letters representing 2 of the points on the line, or just a lowercase script letter. So our example here, we have our lowercase script M, so it could be line M, or we have our points P and Q, so it could be line PQ, or you can use this little line above the letters. So a plane is named by a capital script letter, or the letters naming 3 of the points that are not on the same line. So we have our capital script letter K here, so you have plane K, or you have B, C, and D, so you could have plane B, C, D. You could do that in those 3 letters in any order. Okay, so we're going to move over here and we're going to try an example. So in this figure here, our first question is how many planes are in the figure. So remember, a plane has 3 points that are not on the same line. So over here, let's look, we have our capital script letter X here. So here's one plane. This is plane X right there. So that's 1. Then we have plane HGD up here. So that's 2. Then we have FGD here, 3. DEF, which is 4. JED, which is 5. And then JHD, which is 6. So over here we have 6 planes in the figure. So now what 3 points are collinear? So remember, collinear means the points are on the same line. So over here we have JKD. So those are our collinear points. So we have JKD. And then name the intersection of plane HDG, so that plane right there, with plane X, which is this plane. So they intersect here at HG. So our intersection is HG, our line HG. So then at what point do LM, so this right here, and EF intersect? And it seems that they don't intersect because the only point that they share on the plane is L, and so they won't intersect. So there is no point where they intersect. So now our points E, D, F, and G coplanar. So we have point E, D, F, and G, and they don't appear to be on the same plane. So no, they are not coplanar. And then at what point or in what line do planes JDH, so we have JDH right here, JDE right there, and EDF right here. So when do they intersect? And they all seem to intersect at point D. So they intersect here at point D. So I hope that makes sense. We're going to try some more examples. Okay, so down here we're going to draw and label for each of these problems. So 2 planes that do not intersect. So that means they won't be touching. So we can have a plane here and then a plane here. And those 2 planes will never intersect. And we can name these planes. So we can have plane A and plane B. Okay, next we're going to do 3 lines that intersect at point D, but they don't all lie in the same plane. So we're going to draw our plane over here. And how about we just draw point D here so we know they're all going to intersect at point D. So we can draw a line right here. We could draw a line right here. So those 2 are in the same plane. And that's fine as long as all three are in the same plane. They're intersecting here at point D. So if we draw a line here, that's still intersecting at point D, but it's not in the same plane. So that does work here. Now we have lines JK and OP are coplanar but do not intersect. So that'll mean that they'll be in the same plane, but they won't be touching. So we can draw a plane here. So we could draw a line right here and a line right here. And those aren't touching, so then we'll label it. So we have J and K, then O and P. You could also do a line here. It goes like this. So you could have J here, K here, O here, and P here. So there's either, you could draw your lines anywhere as long as they're not touching and then they're in the same plane. So now we have lines P and Q intersect, but line G does not intersect either one of them. So we're going to draw our plane right here. So we can draw a line P here. We could draw right here, we could draw a line Q. So this could be our line Q. So those are intersecting right there. But then we could draw right here. We could draw this is line G because it won't intersect them. Then lastly, we have points Y and Z lie on line CD. So we can draw a line here. We'll label it C and D. So that's line CD. And then we can draw just 2 points anywhere on the line. So we have point Y and point Z. So those are line CD, which is labeled by it, and then are just points Y and Z are on the line. So I hope that all made sense. And that's it for today. But our next lesson will be on midpoint and distance. So I hope everyone has a great day.